and heartfelt welcome to this enlightening online session on parenting in digital age. It's a joint venture of Almuna International School in association with Response Plus Medical Complex. So in a time when screens have become windows to the world and technology shapes the way our children think, learn, and connect, today's session promises to be both timely and transformative. We are deeply honored to have with us our Managing Director, Dr. T.P. Mohammed, a beacon of leadership and innovation, under whose guidance our institution continues to scale new heights. A warm welcome to you, sir. A warm welcome to our General Manager, Mr. Abdul Qadir, whose steadfast support strengthens every initiative of the school. Welcome you to this function, sir. I take this opportunity to extend a cordial welcome to our principal, Mr. Naufal Palakot, whose vision continues to inspire and guide every educational endeavor we take. And now, the most awaited part, a very special and heartfelt welcome to our guest and esteemed resource person of the day, Ms. Noora Nirash. She holds a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, English Literature, Human Resource and Employee Relations, and also a Master's in Clinical Psychology. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. A very special word of welcome to the key functionaries of the institution, Mrs. Vasudha Bechidravar, HM Girls, Mr. Nishad, Controller of Exams, Mrs. Kausar, Coordinator Girls Section, Mrs. Priya Rajesh, Preparatory Coordinator, Shagundala, KG Coordinator, Sir Rishad, Coordinator Senior Secondary, Mrs. Preja, Controller of Exams and Coordinator Senior Secondary, Mrs. Paumya Anish, Staff Secretary. All are warmly welcome to this meeting. I would also like to welcome Mrs. Prasiya Mall, who is the client relation of RPM Group. Welcome you, ma'am, to this session. To all the parents, well-wishers who have joined us this meeting, a big warm welcome to you all. Your presence reflects your commitment to guiding your children, not just with love, but with understanding and responsibility. As we begin this meaningful session, let's open our minds to learn, unlearn, and rediscover the art of parenting in today's connected world, where every click counts and every conversation shapes the future. Once again, welcome everyone to an evening of reflection, learning, and inspiration. Over to you, principals.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. Without much delay, we'll start the program. Of course, this much awaited program, you can say, in this fast-growing digital age, it is always a challenge for our parents to, groom our kids. And of course, when we hear from the experts who are in this field, having a long years of experience and exposure to such cases, I think this will be a good opportunity for us to remold ourselves in the parenting. Of course, nowadays parenting, always we say that it is an art. And in that art, certain skills, if we add, I think that will be better. So without much ado, I would like to invite Ms. Noora Nirash for presenting her session. Over to Meera. Noora Nirash, ma'am, you can take over the screen.
Yes. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak to the esteemed parents of Almuna International School. It's a privilege to be able to speak about something that I feel so strongly about, which is parenting in the digital world. So let's start, I guess. So I'm really happy that you're all here to talk about something, like I said, is so close to all of our hearts, not just mine. Because parenting, especially in this crazy digital world that we live in. So I'm not here to tell you what you've done is right or wrong. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here to let you know about some things. We can discuss and explore another things. So there's no right way to be a parent, no perfect formula, and definitely no one size fits for all. We all know that each kid is different. We all know that our children are all different from each other. But at the same time, what we can do to help depends according to our children. So it's important that we learn about ourselves when we speak to our children, when we give them knowledge about how to live in this world. Because this world keeps on changing every day. Before, when we were kids, I think it was changing every month, I could say, but now it's changing every second. Every click, every information that is there about the world is in their fingertips. So let's think of this as a conversation, like we're sitting together and talking about how we can help our kids navigate this world of digital landscape. So I think I'll start first with parenting styles. So, like I said, there are different ways that we parent our child. There are different ways that we naturally start talking to our children. So, it's important that we understand these different styles so that we can understand what we can do to help our kids more or to provide them with more guidance. So, in psychology, there are actually 4 different types of parenting styles. The first is an authoritarian parent. So I know when I'm talking about this, I don't want any of you to feel like I'm judging because this place right here, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to put a label. It's just a reflection. It's just some things that we can talk about so that we learn about how we can better nurture our kids because at the end of the day, that is all what that we want as parents. So the first, like I said, is the authoritarian parent. So I'll give an example of an authoritarian parent. And please, I would like to say this right now before we start the session is that please let this be a discussion. If you have anything to say, please use the chat box so that we can have a discussion rather than just me talking for 1 hour is not going to help anybody. But if we have a discussion, we can learn more things from each other. So like I said, the authoritarian parent, for example, is there is a scenario where a kid asks you, a child asks you, they want ice cream after dinner, and you don't want to give them ice cream after dinner. So you say no. There might be different reasons for you that, okay, they might get sick. This is not the time to have ice cream at this late time, and you say no. But kids nowadays will ask you why, will always ask you why. Whatever you say, they need to know. Why did you say that? Why did you say no? So instead, this was something that I noticed. So I worked as a teacher for 7 months. So when I worked as a teacher, one thing I learned was my kids always tended to ask me why. Ma'am, why do I have to do this? Ma'am, you're telling me to draw the map. Why? I can take a printout. Why should I draw it? Ma'am, why should I do this? But I took that as a challenge. I didn't take it as they were questioning my authority. In turn, I took it as a way to help them understand why I wanted certain things to be done. I wanted to understand certain things. In the same way, your kids will ask you, why? Why can't I have ice cream? Why not? Because to them, it seems completely natural that they can have ice cream after dinner. But you know that it might cause them sickness, they might fall ill. So you say no. And when they ask you why, and you say, because I said so, I'm your parent, I'm your father, I'm your mother, I said no. You can't disobey me. You are asking me why. How can you ask me why? I'm your parent. Think about how that makes the child feel. Think about how the child just wanted a wish to be said, and you're telling them that no, and they asked why. What this causes, children who grow up under an authoritarian parent usually follow the rules really well. Yes, they are obedient, they follow the rules, but at the cost of their own confidence and emotional openness. They find it difficult to make decisions on their own because they could never make the decisions growing up because they always depended on their parents to have the decision already made. Whatever the decision may be, their parents made it. Do they like this color? No, my parents said this color is better. Do I like this bag? No, my father said this bag is better. Do I like this subject? No, my father likes this subject, so I also like maths. This this makes them harder. It makes it harder for them as an adult when they grow up to make decisions on their own. It will make them more anxious about the decisions they have to make. It makes them more vulnerable to making mistakes because they're so scared of making a mistake, because they're scared of your reaction rather than the mistake in itself. And that causes them to be always in this anxious mode. And we all know we don't want that for our children. We don't want our children to grow up not being able to make a decision for themselves. And when you don't give them an answer as to why you're making them do something, they lose track of it. They lose track of why it was being said. And you might have been trying to give them discipline, but that's lost in fear. They listen to you because they fear you. They don't listen to you because they love you. We want them to respect us because they love us. But the more you yell or the more you give them something strong back, they kind of lose track of that. They get scared to talk. They shut down emotionally, physically. They shut down. They don't know what to do. So every time they make a mistake, because we want our kids to think when they make a mistake that, okay, I should talk to my parents first. They'll help me find a solution. Instead, they'll think, okay, I made a mistake. My parents cannot know this. They are going to yell at me. They're going to make it a big deal. I don't want my parents to know this. How do I hide it? So authoritarian parents, even though you like your rules, there needs to be a way that you speak to to your children as well. Then there's the permissive parents. You're warm and super loving, but you dislike conflict. Parents who love their children so much. I'm not saying the other parents don't. I'm not saying the other parents who have the other styles don't. But a permissive parent tends to let the child do whatever they want, anytime they want, whichever wishes they have, it's fulfilled right then and there. But what this brings is the kid raised with a permissive parenting usually feels very accepted and loved, yes, but they might struggle to develop self discipline or cope with limits later. They don't understand how to set a limit for themselves. They don't know what self discipline is because to them, everything was a yes. So they never knew how to handle rejections. They won't know when someone tells them no, what to do because they've never crossed that path. Without a consistent boundary set with your child, they may have difficulty handling frustrations or following rules outside the home. The next is an uninvolved parent. So I know life is full. Your energy might be low, you have work. Sometimes you just want to step back more than you want to. It's okay. We all have seasons like that. But children that grow up under an uninvolved parent often becomes very independent early on, sometimes too independent for their age. They think, okay, that my child is so mature. My child does everything on their own and everything. Yes, but at the same time, they feel emotionally neglected, or they yearn for attention and support, which affects their self-esteem and ability to trust others. And then there's the authoritative parent. Like I said, not to be confused with an authoritarian parent, but an authoritative parent is all about the balanced style. It's likely said one of the most ideal styles of parenting is where you set a clear expectation. You tell them that you cannot have this. For example, the example I said earlier about ice creams, you tell them you cannot have ice cream. And when they ask you why, you tell them why. You tell them, okay, why do you want ice cream now? Okay, you want something sweet? Can we have a sweet fruit instead? Can we have mangoes instead? Or something sweet that they like? So it becomes a discussion and it encourages a dialogue. So the kids raised by an authoritative parents tend to be confident, tend to be socially competent, and emotionally resilient. They develop a healthy sense of independence while feeling secure in their parents' support. This style promotes open communication and helps kids learn how to make responsible choices They are not afraid of the consequences of their actions because they learn to accept it, because they know their parents will accept it as well. Because at the end, that's what we all wanted. Even us as a child, if you remember, all we wanted was our parents to be happy. All we wanted was their love and attention and care. And the more they would get mad at us, the more we were sad, right? And that is what happens with our kids as well. But truthfully, none of us fits in all of these boxes like properly and at all times. It keeps on changing depending on our situation, depending on how we're feeling, what's happening, or even the day of the week as well. The important thing is getting curious about which style you lean toward and how it feels for your child and for yourself. I'm not saying one style is better than the other. More often than not, these styles kind of mix together and it creates, it is always tailored to your child and what you want for them or how you want them to grow up to be. Then comes something that I love telling all of the parents when I take therapy to my students, to my clients. This is something that I always say is that none of us start parenting from scratch. None of us start life from scratch. I tell my students, this is your first time living life. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. It's completely okay because we are all learning. It's the same way with for us parents. We are also parenting for the first time, right? It's the first time we're becoming parents. It's the first time we're learning how to be a parent in this world, in a digital world where what we learned is completely different to what is happening right now. We bring our experiences, we bring our feelings, we bring our patterns that we grew up with, and that's totally normal. Sometimes the ways we react to our kids come from our own childhood, and we don't even realize it most times, right? For example, for a parent who, if you had a very strict parent growing up, you find yourself wanting to let your kids to do more things. Because I felt trapped before, so I'm going to let my kids do whatever they want because I don't want them to grow up like I did. Or other times when you grew up with a parent who was very distant or wasn't emotionally available, you become hyper focused. You want to give your children whatever you didn't get as a child. These patterns are not about doing things wrong. They are about responding based on what we know and what we feel inside. It's not about guilt, it's about awareness, it's about understanding that we catch ourselves reacting in ways that don't quite feel right. You feel angry when your child suddenly asks you a question. Why did you do that? I don't like that you did this to me. You yelled at me. I didn't like it. Are children coming to tell us that they don't like something we did? Instead of taking it as as them questioning your authority or taking it as a threat to you, you should think about it. Okay, take a break. They didn't like it. Let's talk to them about it. Let's ask them, what did they not like? Why did you react that way? Explain it to the child. The child will understand. Trust me. The child will understand. You just have to give them that space to understand. You have to explain it, go down to their level. Because they are seeing their life through their eyes, through their mind. They're making decisions through their mind. So you need to let them understand what they're going through. Because the more you feel that you're not able to connect to your children, the more you need to have open communication because that is necessary to connect. So understanding this helps us become kinder to ourselves as well. Because if we are not kind to us, then we cannot be kind to our children. We need to love ourselves first so that we'll be able to give up children everything that they want. See, the next thing is one of the toughest parts of being a parent, I think, is realizing that our children are separate from us with their own thoughts, feelings, and dreams. They're not an extension of us. They're their own human beings. They have their own dreams. They have their own feelings, their own way of reacting to things, their own personalities. Sometimes it's very tempting to say, I want you to become something because I never got to be. I want you to be a doctor because I couldn't be a doctor. I want you to do this because I never could. I want you to learn dance. Why? Because I wanted to learn as a child and I couldn't. So now you can. So I want you to. Instead of even asking the child once, do you want to dance? Do you like dance? Because I used to. That creates a conversation there. The child is able to express, no, I like singing better. Then put them in a singing class instead of dance. And they would love to do that more. I've had a child when I was teaching. I had a child come up to me and she was crying during class. So I took her out of the class and I asked her, yes, tell me what's wrong? What happened? She said, ma'am, I can't do the project you just gave me. And I asked, okay, do you want more time? Is there something wrong? And she's like, no, I have to go for a piano class. I'm like, okay, isn't that cool? Because piano sounds really cool. I always wanted to learn musical instruments. So I was excited for her. I was like, oh, piano. Like, but I don't like piano, but my parents think it's necessary. So I have to go. I don't like it. I don't like the teacher there. I don't like my friends in the piano class. I don't like piano. I hate the 2 hours that I have to be there. What this creates is the child is, I asked her, so did you tell your parents that you don't like it? And she's like, no, 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 I can't tell my parents that. No, no way. No, I cannot tell them. It's okay. It's okay. I can just go. I'll deal with it. It's fine. That feeling of not being able to say things. And what she said was, my mom wanted to learn piano and she couldn't. So she's making me learn it. It's okay. I can do it for her. But at the cost of what? She was not able to concentrate on anything for the rest of the day because she had the class. Because they were having tests in the class and piano just wasn't for her. And she could not have the heart to tell her parents because there was no open communication. I told her, just sit down with your parents, talk to them. At the end of the day, they just want what is good for you. So just talk to them, tell them that I don't want to do piano and they will understand. And they did. So that's what our children need to know, that they're loved, not for what they do, not for what they can do for us. You're loved if you get good marks. You get 20 out of 20, you get 50 out of 50, you're loved. If not, I won't talk to you for the rest of the day. You got less marks, I won't talk to you. I will be mad at you. I'm so disappointed. I don't talk to you. What that creates is the child being so scared. The next time a result day comes, the child is so scared about it. There was even an incident when I was studying, that there was a boy. He he used to study really well. He was very studious. But I feel really sad when I talk about this, because what happened was the child later, I think the second term of his 10th examinations or something, he could not perform well. And he knew he didn't perform well for his exams. And his teachers kept on telling him that, wait till the parents' meeting. I'm going to talk to your parents about this. This is very serious. The child went and jumped from the top of the building because he didn't want to go for parents' meeting, because he was scared of what his parents and what his teachers would say. If only somebody would have told him that marks are not that as important as your life is. Somebody would have asked him, why are you not scoring? Is everything okay with you? Do you need more help? Do you want to do anything? That fear of not wanting to confront his parents, not wanting to see his parents disappointed, costed him his life. That's why I said we need our children to know that they are loved. We need them to know that they are loved not because of what they can do for us. They're loved just because they are alive and they're our children. They don't have to prove our love. They don't have to prove it to us why they deserve love. We tell them, you deserve love because you are you. You deserve love in this world because you are my child and you deserve love. You know what this does? They do not accept anything less from anywhere. Anywhere they go, any of their future relationships, in their marriages, in their future relationships, in friendships, they realize if they are not valued, they leave. They understand that it's important that they need to be valued. That freedom gives them so much confidence to explore, because they know if they failed in one thing, they can always come back to their parents and say, I'm sorry, I tried something and I failed. And then they know you're not going to like, I told you that time itself. I told you you will fail, and now you fail. See, I told you, why didn't you listen to me? Instead of that, they know their parents would say, it's okay, you failed. You tried something. That is the best part about it. You tried. That gives them the confidence to explore. This reminds me of the time when I was in the 8th grade, and there was this speech competition happening. At that time, it was my first time going on stage. It was my first time saying anything related to a speech. So I took 1 week. I learned it like I learned question answers. I kept on rehearsing. I think I would have told the speech to my parents at least 10 times. But then when I got on stage, stage fear took over. I could not speak. Not one word came out. I got stuck at the first word. I could not even say hello. I got stuck at ha. That was it. That's all that came out of my mouth. And then I ran off the stage crying. And then I said, I cannot do speeches. This is not for me. I cannot speak in front of a lot of people. That I cannot do this. But and my parents were also ridiculed by their friends and family friends and all of them, like, oh, they took it as a joke, but then I took it to my heart. My confidence was gone. I could not speak to people. I was very sad. I went for tuition and I came back, and there was this box of pens on my bed. And my parents said, it's okay that you couldn't say the speech. We saw how hard you worked for it. It's okay. The next stage you go on to, you'll do great things. But it's the fact that you tried something new for yourself that you need to know that we're there. If you're going to run out of the stage, my father said this, if you're going to run out of a stage, you know you can run into my arms. You can run into my arms and I'll hold you there. And that's okay. That gave me the confidence to start speaking. Now I do anchoring here in Saudi. I'm talking in front of you all because it's because of the confidence that they gave me. That's what parents can do for their children. Yes, we will make mistakes, but that will help us grow into their own amazing people. The other thing that is the mindful parenting that I want to talk about is mindfulness has become a buzzword, but at its heart, it's just about being present, really present with our kids. Even when life feels like it's moving a million miles an hour, I know work can be hard. I know there's a million things on your mind at all times. But one bad day for us is a childhood for them. We might be sad, but at the end of the day, it's their childhood. We need to make sure that their childhood is always protected. It's okay to not have all the answers or to feel very overwhelmed when they keep, asking you so many questions. Why is that? Why is this happening? Why are you doing this? What is happening? Parenting is not about perfection. Our kids don't want us to be perfect. They just want us to be there. They just want our love and care and for us to be present. So when your child is like scrolling through their phones or is playing a game, instead of yelling at them and telling them, do you know how long you've been doing this? Do you know why you on your phone and all of that? It's important for us to take a deep breath, sit them down and talk to them. Why do you think you're doing this? You've been on your phone for the past 1 hour. I've noticed. Is everything okay? What are you doing on the phone? Can you tell me also about it? Can we sit and do something else? This creates a conversation instead of the child being, feeling like they're being blamed. The child will be open to talking to you or open to exploring new things. You can play games with them, you can draw, you can paint, you can do whatever you want with them. Another very important thing is modeling these healthy tech habits. You cannot tell your children that you cannot use your phone and at the same time go back and use your own phone and be distracted when they try talking to you. Because modeling healthy tech habits matter. Kids watch we do. They learn how to live their life through us. They learn how to be a adult. They learn how to be a human being from us. So sometimes we just need to show them how to be a human. We need to show them how to live their lives, how it will look like, and how important resolutions can be made, decisions can be made. Another thing about that is giving your child autonomy, giving your child the freedom to decide things. Maybe small things, but it makes a huge difference. From maybe picking out the clothes they wear to go out somewhere. Yeah, go get ready. It's okay. And they wear something ridiculous. You cannot take them out like that. They're wearing some really different blue jacket, yellow shirt, and some green pants. And that's how they come out. And you cannot take them out like that. But what can you do is sit them down and be like, see, you see how this is not matching? So can we try to match this? Put this color with this and it would match. That way you can teach them to dress themselves instead of picking out the dress and giving it to them. Okay, this is what you will wear and you cannot choose something else. Those are the ways that you could mindfully parent or help our children to parent as well. So now we'll have a mental health quiz as well now. So I will share my screen if that's okay. Okay, so before yes. So I can see a chat that says teachers as well play a great role in raising children. It takes a village to raise a child, not just the parents. It's very true. Teachers are like second parents. We say that all the time, that teachers play a very vital role. I've seen parents telling the teachers, or I've seen the parents telling the teacher that you can do whatever you want. It's okay. You can yell at my child. It's okay. Just make sure that they learn. We give you permission. And they say that in front of their children, that you want to hit the child, go for it. They're not listening anyways to me. They might listen to you. But what this does is the child does not feel safe anymore. The one person that the parents, the one person that is supposed to keep them safe, is telling somebody else that they can hit me. How can they do that? The child feels betrayed. The child will still listen. I'm not saying the child won't listen, but that will be out of fear. It won't be out of love. We want them to respect us out of love. We don't want their respect through fear. We want it out of love. And that's the important part. Teachers are the backbone of society, shaping young minds and fostering growth. They inspire, motivate, and guide students, helping them become better versions of themselves. A good teacher leaves a lasting impact, influencing generations to come. That is true. We need to understand that teachers play a vital role because we are all building a childhood for them. We're building a childhood for them to live. So we need to take accountability for the childhood that we built to make sure that the childhood we give them will help them become a better adult. I'm saying this as a therapist. Most of my clients, when I talk to them and we start talking about their problems, it always 90% of the time stems from parents. It stems from my mother was always controlling. She always wanted things done in a certain way, and that's why now I can't make decisions anymore. I don't think I am fit to be loved. I asked them why. Why do you think you're not fit to be loved? Like, because my parents used to tell that to me, that I'm not fit to be loved. You create problems everywhere you go. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve love because you didn't score good marks. That feeling of you can only get love if you do something is where it comes from. It's because of the childhood that the problems erect. So from this, can we play a game if it's okay with everybody? So I'll share my screen so that you can see the game. Let me just put this in minimize. Yes. Um, I'll share my screen now. I'm trying to figure out. Ah, yes, found it. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So this is like a game. It's a quiz that you can do. So I want everyone to scan the QR code that is given here so that we can start with the game. I hope the screen is visible.
Can you share the QR code once again, please?
Yes, yes. Just give me a minute and I can do that. Yes, can you see the QR code now? It's like a quiz where there's going to be 10 questions with options, and you can see who is answering quickly. The faster you answer, the more points you get. That's how the quiz works. So it's not just about getting the right answer, it's about getting the right answer as quickly as you can. So we have 24 people have joined as of now, 26. So the quiz is about what we talked about right now about parenting. This is also my way of figuring out if you guys are actually listening to me. So let's try the quiz. I can see 47 people have joined. Let's wait for more people to join.
Ma'am, I have logged in, but I'm not able to see any quiz, any answer, any
No,
questions.
no. Yes,
Just
yes.
you
I'll
can see you are
start the
in.
quiz.
That's okay.
Yes, you can see that you're in, and then we'll start once everyone has joined, and then you'll be able to see the questions and the options on your phone. You'll just have
Okay,
to click
clear,
yes.
clear.
Yes. Yes. We have 150 participants in the meeting, so let's see how many join. We have 74 people have joined. Let's wait for 2 more minutes for everybody to join, and then we can start, right? The questions are very easy. It's about what we talked about. It's about parenting. It's about mental health, how we can help as well.
Vinny's already mentioned there. I think you can see 7876868.
Yes. That is the game pin in case you're joining through the app. Then this is the game pin that you can use. If you're joining through your phone, you can always scan the QR code and then you'll be able to join. So I think we'll start.
Once we reach 100, we can start.
All right.
88, 12 more people.
Yes, we have 157 people. Let's see how many of you are ready to join.
It was 88 before, now it is. I think now we can go ahead.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. So I'm going to start now. So you can see the questions. Which parenting style is most consistently linked to positive child mental health outcomes? It's something that we discussed. Authoritarian, permissive, authoritative, uninvolved. We already have 40 people who have answered. The number of people who have answered are increasing. I can see that. Very good. 65, 70, 73 people. Out of that, 36 people have answered correctly. No, 18 people have answered correctly, actually. Let's see who best dad ever is at top. And then we have Zainab, and then we have Arfin is on top 3. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following can be warning signs of parental burnout? Feeling physically exhausted and emotionally distant from your child, wanting alone time occasionally, setting boundaries, having new hobbies. Which shows that you're the most exhausted? You feel the most exhausted. Wow, the answers are pouring in so quickly. Yes, 39 people have given the correct answer. Let's see who's at top. Oh, somebody has lost there. Mashrufa and Hamza has come on top. TZH has also come on top. We have the best dad ever at top 1. Then we have Arfin at top 3. Keep your scores. Answer as quickly as you can. What is a recommended first step if you notice your child is persistently sad or withdrawn? That is, give them more chores. How can you help your child when they are sad or withdrawn? Give them more work, ignore it, open conversation, and seek professional help if needed, reducing screen time only. We have 79 answered correctly. I'm glad. So that means Arfin has come on top, and TZH, please answer more quickly because you've lost your top 2 spot. Best dad ever is again at top. Amna is the highest climber, up to 13 places. Now we have the 4th question. Allowing your child to witness your healthy coping mechanisms can foster resilience. Allowing your child to witness your healthy coping mechanisms can foster resilience. Wow, everyone's answering so quickly. Even before I can finish reading the questions, I can see them answering, which is great. 73 people have answered correctly in this as well. And best dad ever is keeping the spot. We have Arfin at top 2, and then Mashrufa has climbed to top 3, and TZH, play more fast, and then you can climb up the ladder as well. And Hari has climbed up the ladder to top 5 as well. Which action best reduces the risk of anxiety in children? Criticizing mistakes, providing emotional support and consistent routines, permitting all behaviors, and ignoring their worries. The answers are coming way before I can finish reading the questions, which is great. 84 people have answered the correct, which is providing emotional support and consistent routines. Oh, TZH, you've gone out of the top 5. We have Abdul and Hari. And we have the best dad ever at the first, top 1, Arfin top 2, and Mashrufa at top 3. Moving on to the 6th question. Which feeling, overwhelmed by parenting stress, the healthiest? When feeling overwhelmed by parenting stress, the healthiest approach is to keep silent about stress, seek support, self-care, and talk with trusted people, pretend not to be stressed, withdraw from family activities. You have to choose the correct answer. Seek support, self-care, and talk with trusted people. 72 people have answered correctly. I'm very happy. TZH is back on top 5, guys. TCH is back on top 5. We have Abdul, and best dad ever is again on top 1. We have which? Yes.
Please refrain from annotation. Doesn't look nice, and from our side, does it look say, okay, don't do this?
Okay.
Please, whoever is annotating, please don't do it.
Yes. So, which strategy is least effective? I couldn't read the question, but we have the correct answer. Which strategy is least effective for supporting both your and your child's mental well-being? We have ignoring your own mental health needs. Least effective is ignoring your own mental health needs. Let's see who has. Yes, we have the best dad ever at top one. Then we have Arfin at top two. Abdul has climbed the ladder to top three. Aisha has also climbed the ladder to top four, and Hari at top five. Let's go to the eighth question. Children always bounce back from stressful experiences without assistance, which means that children don't need help after they experience something stressful. True or false? Wow, 50% people think it's okay. We have the next question. Wow, we have best dad ever again on top. And we go to the next question, which is the second last question, which is which daily habit is most likely to help both parents and children manage stress? Ignoring problems, regular physical activity, and open conversations, skipping meals, and only using social media. The right answer is regular physical activity and open conversations. Now we're going to the last question, which is the healthiest way to discipline a child. Healthiest way to discipline a child is to yell and criticize, use positive reinforcement, and setting clear boundaries, avoiding setting any rules, allow anything for peace. Yes, with this, we have come to the end. The answer is use positive reinforcement and set clear boundaries. We can see who's on top three with 9 out of 10. We have Omar. We have Arfin with 10 out of 10. And number one is none other than the best dad ever.
So
And we
I
have the
think
runner-ups, Mashrufa and Hari.
those who got the prizes, they please share their contact number.
Yes. Please also show a screenshot of the prices of your screen so that we know that you did get the prize.
Best dad
Hello?
ever. I don't know who is that. Please share your contact number.
Yes. With that, I think we're coming to an end of our session. So, like I was saying, I hope you all understood what I'm trying to, talk about here. So before we wrap up, I want to share some clear and simple tips that you can start using right away to help your children navigate technology. Because I understand technology is something new to us, but it's not something new to our children. It's something that they have grown up with. It's something that they know like the back of their hand. We cannot tell our children not to use the digital space. Because the more we tell them not to use the digital space, the more we are pushing them back. Because at this point, everything is digital. Every single thing that they have to do is digital. Even right now, I'm talking to you in a digital space. So what we can do is guide them to make sure that the way they explore the digital space is properly and is safe for them, and that they are, safe in the digital world. First thing we can do is to get involved in their digital world. That is, ask your kids, what kind of games do they play? What are the games they play? What are the kind of videos they watch? Who are their favorite YouTubers? Talk about it. It's okay. But you should talk about it without judgment. They should feel that you are genuinely interested in knowing what their new favorite YouTuber has put up or what is the game they play. It's okay for them to have fun in the digital world. but it will help us. The more we are open to them, the more they are open to us, and it helps us understand and help us to guide and make sure, what is important to them, to make sure that they are safe. The second is to set clear limits on screen time and be consistent. Third is to focus on how they use the technology and not just how much. Make sure that they're using technology and they're learning something out of it. You can learn something out of everything that you do, right? So it's important that you tell them that, okay, if they're playing, for example, they can do, encourage educational things or creative uses, like learning apps or using creating digital art. They can draw, they can animate. There are so many things they can do. It, helps them develop creatively as well. Also, fourth and the most important thing is to make sure that they don't just grow up in the digital space. That is to create a tech-free times and spaces. Like during meals, you tell them no phones or no technology during meals. You don't watch TV, you sit and you eat, and while eating, you talk to everybody. You ask people about how their day went. It's a time for all of you to connect back. Because your children went to school, you went to office, everything has happened. Now it's time for us to sit and talk. Seventh is to teach basic online safety and privacy. Explain to them why they can't give out personal information to complete strangers on the internet. We learned it the hard way. We can teach them the easy way on why it is important that they need to make sure that they're safe. Ninth is to support a good balance by encouraging activities that build social skills and creativity offline. Sending them to classes or them sitting and talking with you, playing games, creating games of their own, things that we used to do. All of this will help them understand themselves better and not based on how other people see them. And it's important that we give them that space to grow, to explore. As we come to the end of the session, I want you to remember this. There is no perfect parent in the digital world or before. What matters is love, awareness, and a bit of patience with yourself and your children. When you get frustrated, know that it's normal to be frustrated. And when you pause to understand why, you open the door to a stronger and more healthier relationship. Keep showing up, keep listening, and keep learning, because your presence is the greatest gift you can give them. Thank you so much for being so patient and listening to me for so long. And all I have to say is parenting might be the biggest challenge that we face, but at least it's the most beautiful journey that you can go on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Noora Nirash. I hope all the parents enjoyed the session. And if you have any question, please, it is a time for us. We will have 2-3 minutes to ask the questions.
Yes, any questions that you want, you can ask. Anything related to parenting, anything related to mental health.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Almana School Principal Sir and our respected HM ma'am and dear all teachers for giving us such a great opportunity of this session. Ma'am, I would like to ask, what role do you think schools should play in teaching digital citizenship and online safety?
What role can schools play is, see, these people, our children, their digital space starts with their friends. They play games with their friends. So it's important that you teach digital citizenship at school, have classes, give them awareness about how they can be safe, how they can, because the more you tell them not to do something, the more the children will do it. Because so the easiest way that you can to make them understand is to tell them that they can do something, but to give them an easier way or a safer option for things. And that's something that schools can also help with the teachers. They can talk to them, create a safe space at home and at school so that our children can come to us about anything they want. With any problems that they have, our children should know that they can always come to the teachers or their parents about anything, and they will not be judged, and it will be a safe space for them. That is one way that we can help them, open up to us. And that's the only way that we'll be able to guide them. Because if they don't open up, we don't know what they do in the digital world, nor can we be able to help us. I hope that that is the answer that you were looking for.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. for this
Definitely,
wonderful session.
that was a good question. What a school can do. This initiative is a part of it. How the parents and teachers can associate for creating a better world for the children. Of course, we cannot, separate from this digital world, because this is something which is very important in the present scenario. But how to use it safely? That is the most important, challenging thing, I will say, because most of us, you can say, the generation, it is very difficult to compete with this what you call Gen Z group, right? So there are different names are given for this. We have to upgrade ourselves. At the same time, we have to spend more time with the kids. And I think that way we'll be able to have a control on it. That is the only way. And definitely regarding the tips and all, we'll continue to discuss such things on online platform and offline platforms. Definitely school will be organizing such parallel session more frequently. So what we thought, we can use the online platform so that parents don't have to take the pain of coming to school and then
Yes,
travel.
sir.
All this we can avoid the time, we can save, but this is a good platform and we'll exploit more and more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this session, sir. Thank you.
I have one more question,
Yes.
madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you have explained about parenting in terms of authoritative parents. I have a question for the parents who show excess love to their kids, and they take their instructions, parents' instructions or parents' advice for granted, and they don't obey their parents sometimes. So in such case, how should we as parents mold ourselves, or how should we behave with them? Can you put some light over that?
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you so much. That's a very good question. So, one thing that we can do, and I cannot stress this enough, is open communication. Sitting your children down, because, like I said, the 4 parenting styles that I talked about, they are psychologically the 4 parenting styles, but then that keep changing, and most people have mixes of these parenting styles. So, it depends very solely on your child and yourself and the kind of relationship you want with your child. So it's important that you sit down with the child, talk to them about problems, talk to them about things that you're worried about for them. Telling them, for example, if they make a mistake, for example, they broke something. And instead of them thinking, I broke something, I'm going to get yelled at. Instead of that, they should think, I broke something. Let me go apologize to my parents for it and let me try to fix it somehow. That is the change in the way they think comes from the way we, talk to them, the way we listen to them, because they need somebody to listen to them. It's very important that they feel heard. So one of the things, like I said earlier, with permissive parents is where you said there's an abundance of love, but they still feel they take their parents for granted, is because they don't know anything else. They don't know a rule being set because it was never set by the parents. They don't know how to follow a rule because the parents never set one. So it's important for the parents also to recognize that and to be able to keep a line, or to, give them a boundary. Tell them, yes, you want to do something. Give me a reason as to why. Tell me why this is important. You want to buy something from the store? Okay, let's buy it. But tell me, why do you need it? Do you think it's important? Do you want it? Because when you understand your child, when you understand how he or she thinks, it makes it easier for you to help them. And when you ask them questions about it, it makes them also think, because they might just want something just because they saw it. So when you start asking the why questions to them back as well, you're asking them, why do you need the chocolate? Why do you need this? You're teaching them that you're teaching them to ask themselves why before they take any decisions. And that is one of the ways that we can make sure, yes, open-ended questions are also another way that we can help our children to make sure that they don't take us for granted, is only if we can set proper boundaries with them, that they know my parents let me do things. That doesn't mean I can take them for granted. That is only if we have set them boundaries. We have told them the boundaries and we hold on to the boundaries very firmly. I hope that answer was satisfactory, sir.
Yeah. Now setting the boundaries will not be authoritative, right?
No,
That's again a question in
see,
my mind.
yes, I understand the confusion, because setting boundaries can be done by talking to them and to making sure that they feel comfortable with the boundary as well. The boundary is set together. It's not set by just the parent. It's set together. You tell children that, okay, for example, let's take screen time. You tell them that screen time has to be reduced to maybe 2 hours, I think, per
Mhm.
day is their screen time they get. And you explain to them why it's important that they can only use for 2 hours. If you tell them, okay, I said 2 hours and that's all you get, you
Yeah. I'll try, man.
I think there is some issue with internet connection.
Is it okay now?
No, not for you. I think Madam Nora is not able to connect, I think. But anyhow, I hope all of you enjoyed. I think already the time exceeded. See, this
Okay,
is the
madam.
first
Okay,
of this kind we are conducting, and inshallah, we'll be continuing this like this session. What I request to all parents,
Yeah.
you have to communicate with other parents also. There are certain sessions going on, and we have to be an active part. The idea behind there should be a good partnership between parents and the school in upbringing of the generation, right? It's our joint responsibility. And in this
Agreed.
joint responsibility, there are certain skills to be developed. And that skills we can, understand. And then there are experts who are working in this field. And definitely, at least we'll try to have one sessions in a month. And I wish all the parents should join. We have a Zoom platform. Plus, we will be having, our own YouTube channel that is live streaming is going on. So humble request to all parents. Today, I can see only around 170 parents only joined. We have around 1,000 parents. I request all parents once again to communicate with others, and whenever we have such sessions, you should make sure that your friends are joining, and
Hello,
together,
sir.
of course, we can make a big difference.
Sure,
Together, we can make a big difference.
sure,
Hello,
sure.
sir. I'm so sorry. I think I was disconnected.
That is
I'm
okay.
really
It's okay. We
sorry.
can understand. No
Yes.
issue.
Hello, teacher. Hello.
Yes.
So, are we going to have an app for this session or no?
Pardon?
Are we going to have an app for this lectures? App. Is there any application?
Application for such sessions or
Yes,
for contacting
exactly.
you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For future. That's what I mean.
No. See, we will be sharing the Zoom link with you.
Okay.
And we
Yes.
will be uploading all the details in our website as well as WhatsApp groups and our Facebook.
Okay. No, just I'm suggesting. Is there just any chance to have an app in future?
No,
I
actually, of
believe
course,
it will be helpful.
for that, our school is going for an ERP where we will have a
Yeah.
mobile app where you will get all the communication. Inshallah, it will take little time, but in coming future,
Yeah.
it will be there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we
Thank you.
can
Thank
wind
you.
up. I would like to request Madam Vasudha Chitravar for giving the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, most respected principal, Madam Noora Nirash, and all dear parents and teachers. Once again, good evening. Let me congratulate Almuna International School for arranging this wonderful and insightful session. And again, Miss Noora, I am really very thankful to you, as you have given in a very simple, and it is reaching to our hearts. Means I'm headmistress, but as a parent, I'm saying. So I can say on behalf of all parents, big thank you to you, and big thank you to Almuna's management who has arranged this session for every parent, uh, as it is very, very useful for our parent, as parent are the first person who are very near to our students, and then second one is teachers. So we all always think about betterness of our betterment of our students, our children. And today you have given the very nice way, very important, means what I can say, simple words, no very big words, and not that today's digital world, how we can manage our children. And in that, one parent has asked one question, maybe ma'am you have missed that question. They don't listen. Children won't listen when we are saying them anything.
Hello.
So yeah, so I can say that children won't listen, but they can copy us. So we can try maximum to show them as modeling, as Miss Noora said this one. So once again, let me thank all the people who have joined, all my dear parents, because when you join, the success is there only. When our children get something through our parents, we will be happy. So let me thank once again to our parents, Miss Noora, the Response Plus Medical Management, then Rasia Mol, the client manager, each and everyone related to this session. Once again, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Okay, good night. Thank you, everyone.
You.
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah.